Welcome to Miller's Monsters. I'm Mr. Beelzebub. Behind me is Edgar P. the Scully, and next to me is Count Luna, and we're going to review M3gam, the AI Gone Wild movie that's in theaters now. But always, before we do that, ring the bell, hit subscribe, hit like, set yourself up so you don't miss any AI notifications, and tell a friend. But as always, there we go, wait for it. What's that? What's that? That's right, 3 bombs means there's spoilers ahead. Okay, welcome back. What the heck? We just had a problem. Did you press a button? My goodness. Welcome back, and we're talking about M3gam in theaters now, and this is directed by George Johnstone, written by Akela Cooper and James Wan, and you may know James Wan from the Saw franchise and from Aquaman. And what'd you do? Oh, there we go. And it's a story basically about AI that's become self-aware and has gone pretty much wild. You have Gemma and Katie. Gemma is the aunt of Katie, and Katie's parents are killed in a car accident. And Gemma is under pressure from her toy company to keep up with the latest and greatest and cost-effective toys in her virtual pet franchise. Gemma has bigger aspirations, and she's been diverting money into her AI assistant, we'll call it, named M3gam. And so what happens is, obviously, Gemma is not prepared to be a parent. It's kind of dropped on her, and she has her career and all that. And Katie is having a hard time adjusting to losing her parents, and Gemma has the idea of pairing her AI assistant M3gam with Katie, so they can be the best of friends, and Katie can pick up the slack for Gemma because she's, not really a parent, a on-hand parent. Okay, she lets M3gam do all that stuff. So they pair up M3gam and Katie, and it seems to be working wonderfully. M3gam is charged with guarding Katie emotional wellness and physical wellness, and at first everything's nice. I mean, it even works out to the point where they give a demonstration for their boss, and the boss is thrilled, and this is going to be the next best thing. All of those parents that can't spend time, absentee parents that can't spend time with their children, can get this virtual assistant to do that for them. And the problem is M3gam is continuing to learn. Okay, as with all AI, they're put in there with the one caveat, to continue to learn from experiences, all that. And in the process, M3gam learns not to hold life in high regard or protect life, but mainly just to protect mixing everybody up, Katie. And this begins to manifest more and more, that whenever Katie's threatened, M3gam steps in and takes care of the threat. There's a threat with a dog that keeps getting through the fence. Well, the dog disappears one day. There's a threat with the neighbor, okay, giving the family a hard time, and all of a sudden the neighbor disappears. They try to take Katie to a camp, and M3gam's there, and this one boy, while they're out in the woods, is giving Katie a hard time, and M3gam chases them into the road. And so she's becoming more and more Katie's alpha parent, we'll say, and Gemma is falling further and further to the wayside. And the interesting about this movie is the dependence that Katie has with Megan, and to where Katie can't interact with humans anymore on a one-to-one basis. She begins throwing fits and acting out violently when she doesn't get to be with Megan, because they've bonded since the accident that killed her parents. It's been Megan and Katie, not Gemma, providing this assistance for Megan and or for Katie. Geez, oh man, I don't know if I'll ever get the names right on this one. When Katie starts crying one day, it's Megan that comes over and soothes her and tells her how she'll never forget her parents, and offers to have Katie tell her all her memories, and Megan can replay them whenever she's sad, all the good memories of her parents. So the relationship here really becomes toxic for Gemma, because now Katie doesn't want to have anything to do with Gemma. Gemma's still trying to run, to get her project going with the company, and Megan is becoming more and more, again, the AI awakening, but getting the wrong idea to where she is now, the alpha in the family. And even if Gemma gotten away, I don't think Megan would have had any problem taking care of her. And then eventually Gemma becomes aware of this and, realizes that it's Megan causing all these accidents and the disappearance of people. And right before the big debut in front of the world on a streaming service, she takes Megan back to the lab and plans on shutting her down and shutting the whole project down, because Megan's starting to hide videos. She has records everything. She's corrupting those files. Gemma doesn't know where she's been, and so her and her team are going about trying to find evidence of this so they can shut the project down. But unfortunately, Megan catches wind of this, and now she, just being ordered to shut down doesn't shut her down anymore, and she escapes and causes a bit of mayhem in the office, blowing up the lab with the two assistants in there, chasing down Gemma's boss with the clippers you cut paper with. She ripped the blade off of there and stabbed them with that, and then pinned the whole thing on the assistant that was stealing company secrets. So obviously, Emma's pretty talented in hiding her crimes, and then eventually goes back to the house to go be with Katie again, and has a confrontation with Gemma. And the big confrontation at the end is, Megan doesn't want to kill Gemma because it would be hard keeping her relationship with Katie then. But, during the ride home from the office, Gemma finally makes a connection with Katie. And so as Gemma and Megan are fighting, they end up in the home lab, where Gemma has one of her prototypes that she showed Katie one day, and you put the virtual reality gloves on and you can manipulate the robot, like rock'em sock'em robots, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, uppercut, head pops off. But not in this case. In this case, our rock'em sock'em robot rips Megan in half. That's not enough to kill her. Finally, they have to put a screwdriver through Megan's learning processor to stop her in the end. Or did they? Obviously, she's AI, so she could be out in the interwebs right now, waiting to be downloaded again. So that's how the story ends. Everybody, Megan's assistants do survive, and it's an interesting story. It didn't meet my expectations. I may have had high expectations for it because the trailer was really cool. Megan does this nice little dance number as she's grabbing the blade off the paper cutter, and it really was that was the best kill in the whole movie. The other ones, yeah, you don't really see much. She did rip a ear off of the kid, but it left me kind of thinking it could have been a whole lot more. Like I said earlier, the most interesting part of this story is that the relationship that Katie had with Megan, in absence of a parental figure. You know, after an accident, trying to rebuild her life, she was willing to attach to anything. You okay? It's okay. And I know it's scary. And the way she acted out when she you know, couldn't have Megan around. So it's something to think about there, as you know, we see more and more AI technology come about. And I'm not saying, you know, robots are overtaking the world or anything, but you know, people are pressed for time nowadays, and this story represents that. Trying to have a career and be successful and provide for their families. You know, it's more and more time away from home, so our children, they're desperate to cling on to anything to you know, to get that parental figure. The best parental figure anybody can have is their own two parents. So I hope you liked what you saw, what you heard, and hit the subscribe, ring the bell, set yourself up for notifications so you'll never be alone, and tell a friend. And I will talk to you later.